Hello HEMA friends and welcome to this new video. So today I just want to pass to you a brief message which is related to my previous experiences in regards of one specific fact, which is people that came to me to train or fence, and basically they didn't want to play at my rules, right? So I am mostly talking about the level of training equipment that I consider safe for a person which I don't know, right? So if I am fencing a person which I know that fenced with me since let's say a year, right? I had enough time to understand this person, his aggressiveness or whatever. Is he aggressive? Is he a calm person? He's good at fencing, bad at fencing, fast, slow, whatever. So I know him or her. And what happens is that I can fence with that person in whatever way. So with minimal equipment, full equipment, different levels of protective equipment, it doesn't matter. Because we know each other and we can train in a good way. Whatever are the rules, let's say. But if I don't know that person, I have to put especially his or her safety in front of everything. Because I don't know what it may happen. I don't know that person, right? So when someone comes here for the first time, we always fence with gear on, because the more protection we have, the better it is in my experience. Even if I don't know the person I have in front, it is worse if I decide to not use the equipment or use by saying not using the equipment, I say using minimal equipment or whatever kind of different level of equipment. So I am telling this because it happened to me more than one time, right, in different situations, that I faced a person for the very first time, and that person asked me to use a lower level of equipment. But this is the problem, right? So if I use a lower level of equipment, I am lesser performing because I do not train as much as I did back in the years in that situation. So basically he can't have the thing he's probably searching for in coming here to train with me, right? At the same time, if I keep my gear on for training purposes, so I want my opponent to strike at me, because that's a really important part of training, right? And my opponent, for example, do not wear gloves, which are a really important part of equipment. I am even scared about doing lesson, so teach him, because yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily a problem. If you are skilled enough, you can do lesson even with your student having only the mask on. You don't need anything else. But if you don't know the person you have in front, chance is that you may injure him. So that's again, knowing the person you are teaching to or training with. In sparring, if I am wearing the equipment so that my opponent can strike at me, which is in line with what I would generally teach, and my opponent do not wear the training equipment, he's basically wearing an invincible armor, because I don't want to hurt him, and instead he can strike at me, right? He can hurt me, let's say, in talking in real world terms. So because of this, there is inequality in terms of the possibilities that fencing gives us, right? So, in my opinion, it is always better if you go, and that's my advice for you, if you go to train with someone and that person is used to train in a specific way, it doesn't matter which way, right? You have generally to adapt to that person's needs, because that's the needs. These needs are related to the way in which he can train you or fence you best. So if I go in an environment which uses only minimal equipment, I have to adapt and control myself. If I am not used to fence in that environment, I will probably suck, and that's fine, right? I am there to learn something, and while learning, generally you will end up sucking a little bit in your fencing, and that's common for everyone, believe me. If you go to train with someone which fences only with the complete gear on, you should train with the complete gear on. If you go to train a polyaxe with someone which is doing it in armor, you should train with the armor, right? So that's ideally what I think is the best way to train with a specific person in a specific environment. So adapt to the environment of the trainer, or generally speaking, the person which hosts you and trains with you, right? Try to always have the same level of equipment, because it's like having rules, right? So every, let's say, single piece of equipment is a rule in and on itself. It's not written, but it's there. So if I have the pants on, you can strike at the upper leg. If I don't wear them, you theoretically can hit me, but if you are a good person, let's say, you will not do it. So basically there is a rule, which is unwritten, which is I do not strike to the upper leg, right? So it's important to have the same rules if you want to fight and improve in a correct way, and that's what I wanted to pass today as a message. So try to always have the same set of rules. Try to always adapt to the person which is especially in that situation training you or hosts you, and try to find a similar set of rules to fence with. Similar set of rules, aka equal equipment. In this way you will both have the best training experience possible in that environment, and you will also have a safer environment, because everyone is relaxed, fencing with the same rules, and it's okay, right? So that's the tiny little message I want to pass you today. I hope you will find it useful in your future training experiences around the world. Thanks for watching. Remember that if you want to help me and the channel, you can join my Patreon community, link in the description. And of course, thanks for watching as always, and see you next time.